Hey everybody, come on into my kitchen. We are about to make a new recipe for me, country fried steak. And I've never made it like this recipe before, so come on in. We're going to start with a half a stick of butter. And I'm just going to chop that butter up in little pieces, and we're going to melt it over here in our pan because that's what we're going to fry our cube steak in. So just go ahead and throw your butter into a big old skillet because we got several steaks to cook. So we're going to melt that butter. Then we're going to dredge these in flour. I got about a half a cup of flour here, and I'm just going to sprinkle that flour in the bottom of this little container here. And I'm going to go ahead and put some salt and pepper right in my flour as I'm dredging it. I like a lot of pepper on it, and we'll put a little bit of Himalayan salt in it too. All right, and I'm just going to take a little fork here, and we're just going to stir that up real quick. Stir that around and get ready to cook. We're melting our butter over here. This is going to be all cooked in one pan, and then we're going to put some stuff in it and let it simmer, and it's going to make its own gravy. So to start with, the butter's melting. We're going to go ahead and start dredging this cube steak. If you don't know what cube steak is, it's like a top roast round steak something, and it's got little holes in it where they've tenderized it. Actually, I think I'm going to cut that down. I think I'm going to cut this in half. I don't like such big pieces. So we'll cut this in half. And we're going to start putting it over here in the butter. My butter's almost melted. I'm going to put this on about medium high to get it going. We want to cook it on both sides, brown evenly on both sides, and then we're going to put some stuff in it and let it cook in its own gravy. So I'm going to go ahead and start this. Make sure you got a lot of the flour mixture on there, and your grease is getting hot over here now. All right, we're just going to go ahead and start laying that in the pan. And then I'm going to pause the video and put all the rest of it in the pan while the pan's getting hot, okay? So there it is. Hang on just a minute. All right, one side of it is already good and crispy. I've just turned it over, and we're going to crisp up the other side and then move on to the next step. All right, next step is to add enough water to cover the steaks completely. And we turn the heat to low. I think I'm going to need a little bit more water to cover them completely. It's pretty much completely right there. All right, the water's completely covering the steaks, and next we're going to take a package of Lipton onion soup mix, and we're just going to sprinkle that all over. All right, now we're going to put a lid on this, and we are going to simmer it on low for 40 minutes. All right, we have simmered this for 40 minutes on low, and now I just turned it on to high because I want to cook some of this liquid down out of it. I don't like that much liquid. I may have put too much water in it, so we're going to cook this liquid down so we'll have more of a gravy and a little bit less liquidy. So we'll do it like this for a little bit and see what happens. All right, I've had it on high for 10-15 minutes, reducing down the water that was in it, and you can see now it's getting a good gravy. So we're going to use this gravy and pour it over some mashed potatoes with our cube steak here. So that's going to be it for this video. This was called country fried steak, but I think it's more like cube steak with gravy. What it reminds me of. Alright, that's going to be it for this video, y'all. We're cooking some green beans over here to go with it. I'm going to make some mashed potatoes. And that's going to be supper for us tonight.